guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about Financial Friday and what is going on in the financial market. So every Friday I'm going to be trying to do this. It's something new that I'm doing, but I'm going to be doing all the financial stuff and what is happening financially in the globe, in the market. So if you guys want to know, hey guys, Tara, Patricia, Kat, everybody, if you guys want to know what is happening in the financial market, and maybe you're looking at like a certain, like say stock, or maybe you're looking at maybe like a certain crypto, like let me know like what you're looking at, okay? And I'm going to break it down to you today because this is kind of like the first day I'm coming out with this. And so what I did is I broke down Bitcoin because I know Bitcoin's chart. I've seen it. And a lot of people, when I put this out, didn't really tell me what they wanted me to look at. So after this live, I get off this live, if you guys could write below, not like in the comments, but if you guys could write, Tara, write below what you want to see, like AMC and GME. And so that way, when I go back through on Friday, I can know what you guys want to look at, okay? So you guys can completely understand, like, okay, what is happening? What is the forecast financially for the market that I'm looking at? And I can break it all down for you. Hi, Daryl. So if you guys feel that, and Alba and Shannon, so if you guys want to know about that, and I'll show you today how I'm going to break that down for you. So we got Holly. She's like, oh, I got an itch. Okay, so you know, we have a lot going on with Bitcoin. You know, Mercury is getting close to, Saturn is getting close to that conjunction with Mercury in his solar arc chart, okay? And what that means is Saturn is a block. Saturn's the government. Saturn is the restrictions in our life. And Mercury is how we communicate. And so thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. Mercury is how we communicate. And so what happens is what Saturn does is he blocks our communication. And so we might feel depressed, overwhelmed. Maybe something came out in the media. Maybe something came out. And so Saturn is getting very close to Mercury. And so something might come out this Friday, Saturday, or Sunday with regards to Bitcoin and what is going on. So I want to tell you today with Bitcoin, the moon is squaring Uranus, okay? And this is happening at 15:39 Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys have this moon squaring Uranus, people could be like, oh my God, we got to get out now. We got to get out now. Like, oh my gosh, like we got to move our money, right? And then around 19:42 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the moon will be squaring Saturn, and this overwhelming feeling of like depression, of like what just happened, like I thought we were headed in a new direction, like what just happened. So there could be something upsetting today in the financial market as in regards to Bitcoin. So if you guys feel that, see that, let me know, because you know I really see that for today. And again, coming into Saturday and Sunday, you know, Mercury's conjuncting Saturn. We're having this bit of like depressing energy on Saturday and Sunday for Bitcoin. The moon will be also conjuncting Pluto, kind of feeling a little bit frustrated emotionally of like what just happened. And so really understand that. And so BTC is owned by the feds. Yeah, okay, yeah. And so know that. And then I also wanted to tell you guys the reason why we've had a lot of like crazy energy with Bitcoin this month and last month is because Chiron was conjunct the solar arc moon. Chiron is a deep wound inside of us. The moon is our emotions. And so we felt very wounded emotionally like Bitcoin for the last 3 weeks because, oh, thank you, babe, hug you big too, because we felt this energy of like what just happened, okay? So we really felt this energy like what just happened, what's going on with that. Yeah, exactly, Peter. Bitcoin, Patrick. Bitcoin is up now, but that is always changing. Exactly. Hey, Steve. And so if you guys feel that energy. And then so coming into Tuesday, you know, the moon will be conjuncting Chiron. There's a little bit of upsetting feeling. Thursday, the moon conjunct Uranus. People may pull out on Thursday. People may be pulling out on Thursday. And then on Friday, the moon is squaring Pluto. And it's just a lot of like deep depressing energy next Friday. So I just kind of want to let you guys know. But I also want to let you guys know as far as like the financial market goes right now, and I've been telling you guys this for a while now, is like if you could buy anything that like, you know, houses, cars, things of value, especially with the North Node here with Taurus, right? It's going to be having an upheaval when it comes with our money and everything like that. So the places where you really want to be investing financially is things that you can grab a hold of, right? So like a house, a car, things worth of value that you can sell later on. Maybe even changing your assets to gold or, something like that, because the dollar will be collapsing. I see it happening in the astrology chart, but I also feel like it's happening because there needs to be a shift. There needs to be a shift in the way we've been living. There needs to be a shift in how we've been viewing the world. And because, we feel like, the money system, like, well, how are we able to spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars? And like, now we're like, okay, so what happens is we're going to have inflation go up. So the prices of food, the cost of living is going to go up, because no matter what, someone has to pay the Pied Piper, right? Someone has to pay the Pied Piper. What has been happening all of 2020 and 2021. And so now it's coming back right now, especially we're going to see inflation at an all-time high coming into this year, especially like I'm all for like people's freedom and like protests and stuff like that, but the more that we have these stops to these truckers and I love it, like I'm all for Canada's freedom, don't get me wrong, but the more that we have that, we're going to see prices increase when it comes to our food, when it comes to our products, because they're not going to be delivered on time and there's not going to be products in the store. So just kind of be aware of that coming into this season. And so when you get invested in the financial market right now, know it's going to be kind of like a crazy season. So if you're investing, invest to win and lose, okay? Just know that if you're investing, like, know if you are going to lose money, you're going to lose money, right? If you're going to gain money, you're going to gain money. But no, you're playing with literally like you're stepping on eggshells. You're like, is this one gonna break or is this one gonna hold? And so you can feel that as well. Yeah, exactly. With petroleum in the UK, and you guys got to understand, with the South Node in Scorpio, we're gonna see gas prices go up, right? We're gonna see all of that go up. But the beauty of that is people are going to go, okay, what is a better way to live? Maybe it's solar energy cars, coming up with this solar energy car where we're not having to use electricity at all. So these are all great ways that things are going to come out because of the North Node with Uranus energy. But at the same time, we can feel like, oh my gosh, what's happening? We in our own lives are having to let go of certain situations and certain things. And with the money that we're going to see it collapsing in the next 2 years, especially because Pluto's in the United States chart, it's having its Pluto return. And we've always seen like dynasties change whenever this has happened. And because it's in Capricorn, it has to do with the government. So we're really going to see a lot of that change as well. Yeah, exactly, Tara. Stocks go up and stocks go down. Know the sides and benefits. Yeah. And know, you guys, like if you're going to invest in this, like invest in the long term, especially Bitcoin, because this year Saturn is doing some work. Okay. When it's going through the Bitcoin chart, it's literally going all through all through Aquarius. And it's like all these stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And then it's like retrograding back, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And that's going forward. So know if you're investing in Bitcoin, do it for the long haul, because what is going to happen is it's not going to be like this thing where all of a sudden it's going to go up this year and it's going to like go, it's not going to do that year. This year is not a year astrologically that Bitcoin is going to accelerate at all. Like I'm just telling you, like Saturn is a block. I always call him like the cock blocker. He's like literally cock blocking Bitcoin this year, 100%. So, hey Casey, hello. Exactly. Yeah. So I just want to tell you guys this. If you want to put for next Friday what you want to see as far as like financially goes, what the investments hold, like any of that, let me know as far as that goes. And I also want to tell you, my beautiful Canadians, the North Node is Saturn's there as well. So I love it because it's almost like with everything that's happening and like coming together, it's like we're putting a block on the direction of like the direction Canada is moving. It's like we're saying like, no, like we can't move in this direction. Like we need something to change. And so there's like this block and reform of something that needs to change, something that needs to take hold. So yeah. Bitcoin over the next 5 years will get better, but I'm telling you, like this year, it's going to be rough and I'm kind of worried too, because Saturn is going to hit the North Node in Bitcoin's chart. And I'm a little bit concerned because XMP, when that happened, like the government like shut them down. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that because Saturn will hit the North Node February 24th of 2022, of this year, Saturn will hit the North Node. So I'm kind of like looking at that because the opposition of that is the part of fortune where it rules like the whole entire chart. And I just am kind of like, I just don't know. I kind of want to see what happens after February 24th to really see like where this is going. But yeah, Casey, there will be a new system. There will be a new financial system, you guys. I will promise you there will be a new financial system. I don't think we've seen it yet because the North Node is with now Uranus, which is like unexpected things happening to us. So we haven't seen it yet. And I hate saying that because everyone's like, no, it's supposed to be this. And I'm like, no, when the North Node's with Uranus, that's when we're going to see incredible changes. And I think, you know, when Jupiter gets into Aries this summer, I think, you know, we're going to have a lot of really pissed off people that are going to be really mad at what's happening with the financial system as well. I think there's going to be a lot of upheaval that happens this summer with the financial market, especially here in the United States. You know, Uranus is going to be squaring the Uranus stock market, and there's just going to be a lot of like crazy energy like with all the financial markets and all of the states as well. When I look at all of the planets and all the states, things are changing. So yeah. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. Yeah, so yeah, good currency. Yeah, the currency is going to change. Like I said, it has to change. Like we have inflation that has gone through the roof. Like it will be hard to come back with how much that it's gone through the roof, you know, and people aren't going to be able to afford to live, you know. And I will say we're not going to be headed towards the Great Depression or like anything like that because Chiron is in Aries. When Chiron gets into Taurus, that's when we've seen like huge things like happen like that. As far as like, you know, the Great Depression, Chiron was in Taurus. When we had that Black Friday in October, I think it was like October 24th. I forgot the exact date, but it was when the North Node was opposite of Chiron, you know, and so that was all during the Great Depression. And so we don't have that quite yet. This is more of us feeling restricted. Chiron in Aries is about, you know, like our mask, we had to wear a mask, like, right? So Aries is all about our appearance, how we appear on the outside, how we want to move forward, take action, right? Chiron is a wound, so we feel like we're like this and we can't move forward. And we're like, oh my God, we can't move anywhere. We're restricted. Like we feel this restriction. And so Chiron is in Aries right now. So we're feeling like this restriction. We feel like we can't move. We feel like we can't go anywhere. We feel like we're not being heard. We're having like gouged in our arms. Like all of that is Chiron and Aries. Chiron in Taurus has to do with our self-worth. It has to do with our value. It has to do with our money system. And so that's where Chiron's not. Chiron is in Aries. So Chiron is not in Taurus yet. This is more about where are you keeping yourself stuck, okay? Where do you need to let go? Where are you keeping yourself stuck? And so if you feel like this with the South Node in Scorpio, it's like, where are you sitting still and keeping yourself stuck? That is what 2022 and 2023 is really all about. And with the North Node in Taurus, it's about finding your self-worth, about finding your value, about finding your stability and breaking free of those chains of things that are holding you back. And so that's really what 2022 and 2023 is all about. But yes, we are going to see a financial change for sure in 2022, 2023, but we're not going to see really like what happened of 2020 really till like 2026, 2020, like 2026, 2027, we really won't see like the devastation that has happened. You know, it's going to take a couple years for it to catch up on us. Holly, what are you doing? You know, so do you guys have any questions? Let me see. There's a question in the bubble box. Okay. AME or GME? Yeah, Tara. So, if you can write that below here, like in the comment section when we're done, so I can have that, that would be perfect. But if you guys have any questions, like put it in the bubble below. But yeah, if you guys could invest in houses right now, especially right now before interest rates go up, would be like the perfect time in the middle of winter. Like if you could find a house, if you want to move, like now is the time to do all of that. Okay. So really, so that, should I buy silver and gold coins? Yes, definitely. No, Tara, like after I'm done, write it like in the comment section if you don't mind. Yes, should I buy silver and gold? Yeah, and I want to give you guys an example, okay? Because I was telling my friend this when she was buying a house, as I told her this, I said, okay, so imagine that your money is in the bank, right? Because this is what happens, this is what inflation does, okay? So imagine your money is in the bank and you have like $400,000 in the bank, all right? So you have $400,000 in the bank and it's just sitting there for the next 3 years. Or you put that $400,000 in a house, okay? And that money is just sitting in the house. But because of inflation, this money is going to depreciate. And so instead of the money being $400,000, now it's only worth about $10,000. Because of inflation, your money has decreased inside your bank. So you want to get your money out of the bank, because when the dollar collapses, and it's already collapsing, you guys, it's not like, oh my God, when is it going to collapse in one day? No, it's already collapsing, okay? Inflation is going through the roof. That is caused by the dollar collapsing. So it's already happening, you guys. And so know that you got to put your money, good morning, Darlene, or good afternoon. I keep forgetting that I'm like on in the afternoon. So put your money in something that can hold that value, because if you keep it in the bank, inflation is going to make that money depreciate and there's not going to be any value in there as well. People's retirement is going down the drain. Yes. But what about the emergency fund? What's the emergency fund, sweetie? I don't understand that question. What about the emergency fund? And you guys got to understand, like, we're also getting to a place of understanding, like, I mean, I hate to use the word, like, the label 5D or whatever, but it's very true. Like, we're leveling up to a different way of manifesting. So, but what about an emergency fund personally? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you need money and you want to keep it out, just know, yeah, keep it out. I mean, you guys can understand, like, the money also, like, I mean, look at what happened when COVID hit, right? When COVID hit, all the banks shut down. They were only limiting, like, I think it was like $50 from the bank when I went there at one time, you know? So yeah, pulling money out would be good as well. Having emergency funds for our lives in the bank. Yeah, I mean, you can, but pulling it out of the bank, don't keep all of it there, right? It's like, don't keep your eggs all in one basket, you know? Don't keep your eggs in the basket. No money in the bank is better. Yeah, just don't keep your eggs all in one basket. Like, you can have some money at home, some money in gold, some money in silver, some money in the housing market or whatever, but just don't keep all your eggs in one basket. So if you have like all your money in the bank and then all of a sudden you can't go to the bank, right? Then what's going to happen? You know? Kat says, need to buy gold and silver if not enough to buy a house. Yeah, exactly. Ali says banks aren't safe, rather invest into cash flowing assets. Exactly. Or stores of value. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Ali. 100%. Yeah, you want to invest in things where there's cash flowing assets, you know? Like even like watches, purses, things of value. Like pretty soon, like if you have bread, right? If you have bread and the bread normally costs like, say, I don't know, like $5, and now like a loaf of bread is worth like $30, right? So, but you have bread, and so that bread is worth $30, if that makes sense, okay? Because inflation is going up, we're already seeing prices being raised, and so having different assets will be really good for you, you know, really, really good for you. But like I said, we're not going to see the extreme of this until Chiron goes into Taurus. Chiron's in Aries, so it's more of that restriction feeling. I don't want to say that like when we go to the store, like we're going to have to like show our card or whatever, but I wouldn't put that out there, that I almost feel like that could possibly happen because of Chiron and Aries, where we feel this like restriction, right? Like today, like my daughter had a play and it was at school and I couldn't go because I had the V. And so I couldn't go watch her play, but my ex-husband was there and he videotaped the whole thing. And so like, that's what we're feeling, like these restrictions, you know? 2026, Allie, 2026, Chiron will move into Taurus. Yeah, Chiron will move into Taurus. And if you look at the Great Depression, is like it slowly happened over time. It's not all of a sudden like it happened, you know. When Chiron was in Aries is when we saw the stock market crash, was when Chiron was in Aries, you know. So I don't think it's gonna happen. And you guys gotta understand, like, Chiron is gonna hit Taurus probably in 2024. It's gonna hit Chiron in Taurus, and then it's gonna like hit it a couple times. So I know everyone's like, oh my gosh, but just know, you guys, it's like, we have to transform. We have to change the earth. Like, we have to quit living off of like the government. You know what I mean? Like, we have to have a better living system and an ecosystem, and like wasting of food and everything like that. Darlene says, I don't go out as much anymore because of the restrictions here in LA. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they're very bad. Yeah, like even like going to my daughter's schools, you know, like very bad. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. There's a question in the bubble. Will the dollar disappear soon? I don't think that the dollar will disappear soon because Chiron's in Aries. I feel like it's going to be when Chiron goes into Taurus that we're going to see more of it disappear. I feel like, though, there's going to be a new currency that comes out this year that people are going to say, oh my gosh, I need to go to this currency, or I need to do this. So look out for the new waves of stuff that's going to be coming out for the next 2 years, because that's going to be the stuff that we're probably going to see in the future. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. So I just want to like send so much love to all the Canadians and everyone that is like battling right now, all the Canadians and what you're doing. I just want to send you guys so much love and so much compassion, and for everyone that does believe it or doesn't believe it, you know, we just got to come together, because the real pandemic is division, you guys. You know, with Chiron and Aries, it's like, how can we like come together, you know, because it's not about this virus, you know, it's about breaking our financial system that's happening, and it's about division, you know. That's the real pandemic, you know. And I don't want to like disregard like anyone that's been sick, because I know a lot of beautiful souls that I know very, very well that have gotten sick because of this. Very, very, very sick. So I don't want to like play it off like it's not a real thing, because it is. But we can definitely tell that there's something like man-made for sure. Yeah, Amber, it is. Yeah, exactly. So I just want to say that I'm praying for all of you guys so much, you know, and just, it's hard sometimes to stand for freedom. It really is, you know, to walk in that place, you know, like the dark places, you know, I did, you know, like, but it's like, you have to face that fear like head on in order to like fight the devil, you know. You can't just be sitting back and like putting up posts and like doing all that stuff. It's like, no, you gotta put it in action. You gotta do something. You know, when I used to fight sex trafficking, people would always post things, and I just remember saying, like, God told me, he's like, well, do something, right? And that's when I had to go door knocking on the hotels and motels where I literally saw the true sex trafficking happening, the true authenticity of like what was happening with these children and the moms, and how they were living and how they were being like, you know. And what drove me nuts is when people would be like, oh, they want to be trafficked. I'm like, are you kidding me? If they don't come home, their child is going to be molested. Are you kidding me right now? They want that? And it just irked me. So I get how you guys are feeling. You know what I mean? It really irked me. But yeah. Can I get a prayer for my back, please, Missy? Yeah. Aw, 4 days ago. Oh, no, Andrew. Yes, I will pray for your back. I will pray for your back. I think, you know, and a lot of people right now, you guys, like, even my ex-husband, he went to the hospital because he's having heart conditions or heart issues because of the V. And so he told me that, and I was like, what? You know, and so I just want to pray for all of you, because he got it like, I want to say back in like May of last year, like when it first came out. Yeah. So I'm going to pray for you, Andrew, and I'm going to pray us out, because, you know, that's what I do. That's what I'm good at. So, yes, sending you healing, Andrew. Yes. All right. So, Father God, I just want to pray for everyone right now that is just fighting this battle fighting this battle for freedom, Father. And we know that sometimes it's great to fight in spirit, but sometimes we got to fight in flesh, just like Martin Luther King. But can we do a peaceful protest? Can we have a peaceful protest while Chiron is in Aries and we just feel like we're not being heard, we're not feeling seen, we're not being understood? Can we fight in this peaceful protest? Ooh, God just gave me a download. And as we fight in this peaceful protest, realize that we can come together and create something new. That we can come together and create a new world, that we don't have to live with these government restrictions, that we're giving our power away to someone that is actually powerless. And so where is it as a humanity that we can come together during these times? Where is it that we can come together and we can realize we are giving our power away? Where is it that we can come together in this age of Aquarius and say, no man is above me and no man is below me, but we are together? Where is that unity that comes with this? Because this is not about a government. This is about how we lost our freedom, how we gave it away, and how we are getting it back. And some people say, oh, you didn't lose your freedom. Yeah, you did, because you can't get on an airplane and you cannot leave where you're from. That is a freedom that is lost. That is a freedom that we are going to take back. And God says to us, we can create that. We can create that new earth, but it comes with us coming together in a peaceful way. And Father God, I want to pray for anybody that is going through pain, anyone that is going through agony, Lindsay, Blake, Andrew, anyone that has this pain in their body. I just pray for a healing and transformation all throughout their body. Every cell in their body is healed. Every cell from head to toe is healed. Every cell that we feel is healed. And I pray for the doctors and the nurses and the practitioners. Because right now people are suffering and there's no doctors, there's no practitioners, there's no nurses. So I pray that those people come together and they start a new hospital themselves. They start a new platform where they are coming together and opening up their own hospital, their own way of living, their own way of helping people that are struggling, like my friend Lindsay, that she can't get the care that she needs. And she just is like, I'm about to die and there's no one to help me. So Father God, I just pray for all those doctors and nurses out there that need to come together and say, how can we bind together to save humanity? How can we come together to help other people that are even need to deliver a child? How can we come together, Father God? And how can we come together and we don't see the black and white in this, but we see the division that is happening. The division that is happening. How can we come together? How can we come together as one to create this new earth? How can we do that? So download those seeds in our hearts. Plant those seeds in us to help us come up with those ideas of what to be doing. So I'm sending you guys all so much love, so much light, praying for you all so much healing today and for the rest of the weekend, because there is some tough energies, because we're transforming and we're letting go, and it's for this whole new earth to come. So yeah, sending you so much love, Andrew, for your back. So I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday. Again, send me a message below as to what you, Patrick and Dara, put it below after I get off this live so I have it there, okay? Yay, Missy prayers in one day. I know, 2 Missy prayers in one day. I know, right? I know, I swear, I'm just praying all day. I love it. So the download was that we are going to see that the government has no control over us, and that like what he downloaded to me, what I saw was that we're creating this whole new earth without a government, without a financial system, without like, I can't even tell you, like Craig, what I see. Like, it's nothing. We're not going to be in this system, in this world system anymore, at all. But it's going to take us coming together, and it's going to take things falling apart for us to realize, oh, wait, we have control over this. We have control. We can start this whole new earth together, you know? So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and it's coming, you know, you guys. And so we're not going to enter into the Great Depression ever again. We're not, I can tell you that. Like, we're going to come out of this so much stronger, you know, because like Pluto is in Capricorn. When the Great Depression happened, Pluto was in Cancer, which is about the family, which is about the home, which is about like, you know, disrupting the family dynamic. This is about the government, you know, this is about the government. And so, and that's where Pluto's at right now. So yeah, exactly. All right, you guys, I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll talk to you guys later.